shook his head. "Info is in the top drawer of the desk. Do what you want." Cameron turned and stalked down the hallway and out of sight. Trish frowned. She rounded the desk and pulled open the creaky drawer. The only things in it were a credit card with Tandem Security's name on it, and a paper with account names and passwords written out in neat block lettering. A little more snooping found a brand new laptop tucked in the next drawer down. Trish shot a look down the hall, but since Cameron hadn't made an appearance, she shrugged and booted it up. Typing in the websites listed brought up accounting software, an email address, and the company's software itself. She scrolled through the list of clients, past and present, and sighed. This would be a lot easier if I had a little guidance. Chin up, Trish. You know how to make the best of any situation. This is no different. She stood and propped her hands on her hips. Since she had to start somewhere, the waiting room was the way to go. Aaron had hired her to redesign the office space, liaise with incoming clients, and provide general support to him and Cameron. She turned in a slow circle again, mentally tallying everything she needed to accomplish her first goal. No reason to pay top dollar for everything. It didn't matter if the company could afford it or not. Even bargain shopping, it would be a chunk of change to do it all at once, so she'd roll up her sleeves and save costs wherever she could. She palmed the credit card and headed into the back offices. There were no plaques or signs to indicate where anything was, but only one door had light coming from beneath it, so she headed in. "I'm busy." Cameron didn't even bother to look up from his monitor. Good grief. If this is his attitude, I can see why Aaron needed someone to handle clients. She didn't let her smile slip, though. "I can see that. So I won't take much of your time." Trish held up the credit card. "Just let me know the budget for the front office and I'll be out of your hair. Or, well, you have a shaved head, so—" She smiled harder. "Sorry, I'm wasting time with babbling. Budget, please." His dark brows drew together, and he finally deigned to look directly at her. "What?" "A budget. For the front office." The urge to keep talking bubbled up, but she pressed her lips together to prevent the words from escaping. Call it a hunch, but Cameron O'Cleary didn't seem the type of man to appreciate small talk or meandering conversational threads. His frown didn't clear. "Spend whatever you want." Lord, grant me patience. She crossed her arms over her chest. "With respect, I do better when I have clear guidelines. A budget would be helpful." Cameron cursed, as if this 2-minute conversation had taxed what little patience he had. "Spend what you need to. If I think you're out of line, I'll tell you." Of that she had no doubt. Recognizing this was a losing battle, Trish edged back out of the office. "I'll just get started then." "Do that." He turned back to his monitor, and it was as if he'd forgotten she was in the room. She'd never been so summarily dismissed in her life, and Trish couldn't deny that it rankled. She opened her mouth, but common sense got the best of her. As satisfying as it would be to pester one half of her new bosses, it was her first day. Better to set a precedent of doing her job well before she started pressing Sir Cranky Pants to hold down an actual conversation. She headed back to her desk and considered. It was Friday, which gave her today and all weekend to get the decorating stuff out of the way. Then she could start bright and early Monday with figuring out the client aspect. Aaron wanted her to deal with new clients' preliminary meetings to get a baseline for what services they required. From there, either Aaron or Cameron would take the client. Though I guess Cameron will be taking them all until Aaron is back in the office. One problem at a time. She dropped into her desk chair and pulled a dusty notebook out from the second drawer. A list would keep her on track. Trish gave the room one last look and sighed. Her shoulders dropped a fraction of an inch before she caught herself and forcibly